Welcome back to Callahan Hall Titan Media Day as the women's basketball program embarks on its 40th season. Head coach Bernard Scott embarks on his second leading this program, and it was a successful first year. You overcame a lot of odds, finishing the season with just 8 players, a lot of injuries, yet you managed to win 7 road games in conference, finished just 2 games back of second place in conference, 11-7 overall. A very successful first season. I have to imagine this summer's been a lot of fun going out, seeing recruits, meeting other coaches, the reaction they give when they realize what you went through in your first year and the success you had. What's it been like talking to some of those around the country?
Oh, it's been great. You know, we gained a lot of respect last year, playing the way we played and finishing the way we did. So being on the road this summer recruiting, a lot of the coaches in league and out of league are saying, wow, what a great season you had with only 8 young ladies. And the recruiting has really picked up. We're in on some young ladies that I don't think we would be in on if we had a rough season. And we've been able to get a few commitments from some players that I'm not sure we would have gotten if we didn't have a good year. So I think everyone's starting to notice what type of program we have here, the culture we're building, and how hard our young ladies work. So it's been very good.
Coach, you're in a very unique circumstance in that you get to return all 8 players from a team. You don't lose anyone. Can the importance of that be overstated by any means?
Denny, that's great. That all 8 are coming, coming back. They have game time experience, so it's going to really help us right away this year, where last year we had some growing pains. It started off 0-4. We played with 4 freshmen, but this year is going to be a little different because they've been in those situations before, and with the new players we brought in, we expect great things.
And you mentioned the chemistry. How important is that chemistry when all but 12 of your games are away from Callahan Hall? You start the season on a 3-game road trip. You have a number of road games in non-conference play. You're going to have to rely on those 8 that kind of know what you're looking for as the newcomers continue to kind of get comfortable in this new system that they're getting into.
Yeah, the chemistry is very important, and that's one of the reasons we're able to be so successful last year is because we had great chemistry. Our chemistry is good this year. We're working with different lineups in practice, so we got to figure out which lineups work best together, but we expect the chemistry to be very good, and we expect to be okay.
We'll get to the newcomers in just a moment, but there are some fans out there that haven't had a chance to actually see your program in person. Seniors Rosanna Reynolds and Haley Rostovsky going into their final season. For those that haven't had a chance to see them, that are going to come out maybe before a men's game, a doubleheader, and actually go out and see your girls, what are they missing? What have they missed the first 3 years of Haley and Rosanna, and what can they expect to see from those 2 this year?
Well, first off, I'm sad those 2 are leaving. They're very good players, but also great people. But I think what people are missing, they're missing a group of young ladies that play hard, that leave it all out on the floor. They're missing a team that plays together, a team that literally cares about each other. We're a family organization here, and that's the way we carry ourselves on the floor. They're also missing an up-tempo style of basketball. We like to score points. It's an exciting style. So hopefully they come out this year and support us and get to see what we do on the court.
You mentioned earlier during the formal press conference your team was 8-1 last year in games in which you scored 80 or more points. Now you have 5 new players. You're a little more athletic than you were just by virtue of having a little more depth. How does the Bernard Scott team change this year, or is it mostly the same?
Well, we're going to run a lot of the same stuff offensively. We're going to be up-tempo. We want to play a little faster than we did last year. We want to get better on the defensive end. We struggled with that last year, so we're going to get after it a little more defensively. But you're still going to see a team that scores 70 or more points, and hopefully this year we can hold teams to 65, low 60s as far as defensively goes.
And going about those newcomers, Kelsey Mitchell obviously headlines a class of 5 that's coming in. She's a graduate transfer from the University of Michigan, and that's a big pedigree. University of Michigan, what does she bring from that experience at U of M that maybe can rub off on some of these girls, and what does she add to this team that maybe was missing a year ago?
Well, she's bringing big-time experience, playing in the Big Ten, playing at a BCS school. She's bringing that experience. She's also, if you look at Kelsey and you look at the rest of our team, you can tell that she's physically stronger than a lot of our young ladies. So she's been through a lot of things physically at Michigan as far as Wow, sorry about that. But no, she's doing a great job for us. She's a great teammate, but we expect her to do big things.
You have, in addition to Kelsey Mitchell, some international flavor with these newcomers. I mentioned that early road trip and the non-conference play. You guys are going to be away from home. Who are some of the other newcomers that are going to make an immediate impact that fans are going to see when they're watching on TV?
Well, Anya from Toronto, she's going to be very good for us. She's a young lady that can really shoot the basketball. She also has a high basketball IQ. We expect big things from her. Ashley Miller is going to be pretty good as far as her energy. She's a Dennis Rodman type of player, just going to dive on the floor. She's going to get every loose ball. So looking forward to those two. But to be honest with you, Denny, all of them are going to help us in some type of way. We're looking forward to it.
Bernard, one thing that really stood out to me was just your first year. There's so many directions you could have gone with it, but you focused so much effort outside of Callahan Hall. You were out there in the community, involved with the Gildas Club, involved with the local schools. Every time I went to DetroitTitans.com, the girls were smiling out there in the community. What have you got on the docket this year? I know Field Trip Day was a success last year against UIC.
Well, we're always going to be in the community. We're looking into getting into the hospitals, working with elementary schools to get into the schools and talk to the students or read to them. So we're always going to be involved. Our program is more than just basketball. It's about life too, and we're trying to show our young ladies that they are role models in this community, and we want them to know that.
And Bernard, last but not least, this is the first year of the Horizon League tournament being downtown. Joe Louis Arena now, Little Caesars Arena in the future. You guys were a team that was pretty run down with just 8 players, a lot of injuries mounting up towards the end of the year, and unfortunately it showed a little bit when you guys finally got out to Green Bay for the league tournament. It was going to be tough to win 4 games out there, but as far as having it now downtown, how much of a luxury is that for you? And obviously an opportunity that you got to take advantage of.
Yeah, it's so nice to have it here in Detroit. Really looking forward to the opportunity. I'm excited for our players because it's going to be a real tournament feel, having us and the men there. And I think we have a postseason team. I think we're good enough, and I'm praying to God that we're in that final game, playing in the championship for the Horizon League championship.
Appreciate your time, Coach. Best of luck this season.
Yeah, thank you.
It's head coach Bernard Scott here at Detroit Titans Media Day. Stay tuned to DetroitTitans.com for more.